So finally there have been more updates on Taeil, and he has proven to be guilty. To remind you what happened before, let's go back. On August 28th, SM shocked the fans with their removal of Taeil from NCT due to an unspecified S-related crime. They released a statement before even reports came out about this. This for sure made people think that Taeil has done something horrific that SM so quickly would remove him. All NCT members unfollowed him and he was removed from all promotion material. Taeil was booked after a female victim filed a police report against him on June 13th for a crime. He was then summoned for police questioning on August 28th. There were reports saying that Taeil and SM knew about it since June and still was promoting as NCT member. Taeil of course knew what he had done, but if SM knew it, we don't know. Then on September 13th, the Seoul Bangbae police confirmed that former NCT member Taeil's crime case has been forwarded to prosecution. The case was forwarded without detention of the accused. So now new stuff. On June 18th, the rescheduled trial date, multiple media organizations shared photos of Taeil's while at court. Photos showed the former idol dressed in all black and wearing a white face mask. According to legal sources, the Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office's Women and Children's Crime Investigation Division 1 indicted Moon and 2 accomplices on February 28, 2025, on charges of aggravated rape under the Act on the Punishment of Crimes. They were accused of assaulting an intoxicated foreign woman in June 2024. Asked by the judge whether he acknowledged these charges, Taeil replied, "I admit to all the charges." His 2 co-defendants also pleaded guilty. Prosecution has demanded a 7-year prison sentence for each of the perpetrators. That sentence is way too little when people doing drugs get even more years. The court has scheduled the sentencing hearing for July 10th. Prosecution stated that Taeil and the other defendants, who were close with each other, met the victim, who they did not know prior, at a bar in Itaewon on June 13th, 2:33 a.m. The group drank together, then the defendants forced the victim into a taxi, where they headed to one of the defendants' residence in the Bangbae district of Seoul. There, between the time of 4 a.m. and 4:30 a.m., the defendants collectively raped the unconscious and drunk victim. They continued, explaining that it took 2 months for police to analyze CCTV footage to properly track the movements of the defendants. They asserted that the aggravated rape was not a spontaneous crime, citing messages sent between the defendants where they acknowledged the victim was a foreigner and even sending messages confirming they intended to manipulate the taxi's GPS so that the location data would indicate a different location than where the crime occurred. Taeil's legal counsel also confirmed the victim was a Chinese national. When asked about his current status, Taeil stated, "I used to be a singer but was expelled from my company. I'm now working part-time." His lawyer added that he is currently making a living by helping out at a friend's restaurant. As well, during the trial, Taeil and his legal counsel asked for leniency from the court, citing an agreement made with the victim. Taeil submitted a statement of self-surrender to the police. He also went through the difficult process of reaching an agreement with the victim, who is Chinese, and even received a letter from the victim stating she did not want further punishment levied. However, the prosecution was not buying Taeil's defense, which is good, as he already not getting much years for causing harm to that girl. The court claims that the validity of Taeil's statement of self-surrender was questionable at best, wondering whether Taeil's statement submission qualifies as genuinely surrendering to the police. Taeil is currently being investigated without detention, as the court determined that due to the 3 defendants admitting to their crimes, they were unlikely to flee or destroy evidence. Leniency for something that never should have happened and is extremely traumatic. POS. He doesn't deserve shit. If Korea keeps letting people off the hook, no one will ever learn. Admitting what you did and saying sorry doesn't make it go away. Absolutely vile. The details of this case are deeply disturbing and horrifying. It's a stark reminder that public figures should never be idolized blindly. I truly hope the victim finds healing and strength after what she endured, and that the perpetrators are held fully accountable for their actions. South Korea is unfortunately known for relatively light sentences in assault and rape cases. Still, it's crazy how SM managed to keep this hidden for so long. For a case of this magnitude to be completely kept under wraps shows just how much control and influence they really have over media and public perception. I think a 7-year sentence is already pretty damn lenient. After these details were made public, netizens remembered his live stream. On June 14th, just a day after the gang rape occurred, Taeil went live on Instagram for his birthday, where he greeted fans. The former idol played piano, smiled and laughed, while discussing his future plans. Netizens that made the connection have expressed rage over the idol's actions, now knowing he committed a crime hours before. Going on live after you intoxicated someone and took advantage of her is so fucking disgusting. I hope you serve the longest time in jail, Taeil. The concept of him going on live the next day after raping someone, please someone just do the job and unalive him. As he admitted to the charges, the trial will go smoother and for sure he will be sentenced. In Korea, they have S-Offender app, where you can see photos and information about them. One idol, former member of BAP's Himchan, is on there. He was sentenced to 10 months in prison for harassing a woman. Just 5 days after pleading guilty to that charge, he was accused of assaulting 2 more women, with an additional case being discovered to be investigated at the same time. This final assault happened in May 2022, where he raped a victim, filmed it illegally, and sent it to her a month later. He was sentenced to 5 years probation for this charge in early 2024, something that outraged netizens. In late 2024, a netizen commenting on Taeil's S-crime shared a screenshot from an app from the Korean government that discloses the information about S-offenders. The screenshot seemed to show Himchan as listed on the app. The app lists those convicted of serious S-crimes at the discretion of the court, including those charged with rape. This shows that Taeil, despite his previous celebrity status, could also have his public information made available like this. Let's remember this quote, as it is 100% true, and we always should keep this in mind. I wish foreign K-pop fans understood the reality of what being a Korean man typically entails. Your favorite male idol might be handsome and talented, but that doesn't change the fact that he was educated and raised in Korea, just like any other Korean man. While not every man is the same, you can't simply assume that the idol you like is free from such issues or is somehow special. If you were to bring up issues related to misogyny in Korea with your favorite idol, you might find that he's not much different from the insults you see on Twitter. If you continue to support K-pop unconditionally without boycotting the aggressive misogynistic attitudes of Korean men, the problem will not change. A new handsome male idol may emerge in the future, and you might end up liking him. However, the deep-rooted misogyny in Korean men won't change, and similar incidents will keep happening, leading to repeated disappointment. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Taeil deserves more jail time, or is it a good amount of years? Thank you for watching, and see you next time.